Hey guys, welcome back to part 6 of this game tutorial series where we are making this platform a game. And in the previous video we made a countdown timer system, and in this video we are going to make a basic currency system where we'll add up the coins as we collect them throughout the gameplay. And before we jump in the tutorial, let me tell you can download this project from my Patreon where you can access all the assets and UI I use for this game along with the whole project. The link is in the description. Alright, so now this is time to add a currency system in our game, and for that we have this little coin pottery or whatever you call it. So let's duplicate this and bring it somewhere near our platforms. Now here the player can either jump to the next platform or he can take a risk in order to collect this coin. It's just like a risk and reward system, like you take risk and you get the reward. You can add one here also. So the player can either jump here or on that platform in order to collect the coin. Now here I have this coin currency UI image that I'm gonna use in my project to represent the coins. So first let's go to content browser, and inside this user widget folder, let's create a new folder and call this image icons. So I'm just gonna drag this image into this folder. And here I also have this lock UI that is later for the level lock system, but let's just import this too because we are going to use that later on. You can get all these UIs and assets I'm using in this game if you download this project from my Patreon, or you can just simply go to Google to find such similar UIs. Now let's open up your main HUD UI, and this is where we're gonna show the currency amount. First let's add an image first, and here under the brush we can select the image we want. So we want to choose this image which we just imported. Make sure it's selected in the content browser, so you can just click this icon and it will pick that image. Now you can resize this image freely, or you can just take this size to content so it will pick up the original size, and then you can change it from here. I'm going with the default size. Now let's place it somewhere here, and then let's add a border. Then let's resize it a bit. Now we want this border to be behind this image, so from here drag this above the image. There you go. And now since this border is just a background to show the currency amount, so let's change its color. I'm gonna keep it close to black, and let's reduce its transparency a bit. Now we can do one more thing. Here under the brush, set the draw as to be rounded box, and this will give it this nice rounded edge. Now let's add the text and drag this inside this border, and from here you can set its alignment to center, and then let's set the text to 00 as it's the default amount for a currency, and then you can increase the font size. Then you can also change the font color. I'm going to give it some yellowish color. There you go. And now at the last, do not forget to set the anchors, and then you can also rename these elements. After you're done with that, for the currency text, make sure to check this is variable option so that we can make logic with that. Alright, so now what we are going to do is, so here when a character will jump on this, we want to collect this coin and add the collected amount here. So to do that, first we need to create a blueprint class to collect this coin. So in your content browser, let's add a folder and let's name this collectives. Now inside that, let's create a blueprint class of vector type, and let's name this collective BP. Open this up. And here let's add a static mesh component which is going to be our collective mesh. You can name this coin sack, and you can select your mesh from here. I don't know which one was that, so let me just go into this detail panel and copy the static mesh from here and then paste it. Now we also want this mesh to keep rotating, so that would look pretty nice. So to do that, we can add a rotating movement component. So as we have used this before, so you guys have idea how that works. So here in the rotation rate, let's set the value for the z-axis. I'm going to set the speed for 120. Let's compile. And now let's replace this with that blueprint actor. Do the same with the second one. Now let's go back to the collective BP, and this time let's add a box collision. We can rename this to interactive box, since when we overlap with this box, we are going to collect this coin. Now let's right click on this box and add an event begin overlap, and this event will trigger when we'll overlap with this box. But first we need to ensure that the actor which overlap with this box is a player character. Now if that is true, we are going to destroy this collective itself. So search for destroy actor, and the target is going to be self. Alright, so after this, we are going to play a coin collect sound. So get this play sound 2D, and here we have to select the sound that we want to play. So here I have this coin collect sound effect that I'm gonna use. So for that, let's create a folder, name this sound, and let's drag this here. Let me play this for you. So you can hear that is going to be a coin collect sound. Now here let's select that coin collect sound. So when we overlap with the coin, we first ensure it's a character, then we destroy the coin and play the sound. Let's compile this, and now let's go to the level, and here let's duplicate this one more time and place it here. Alright, so now let's play and test this how it works till now. Let's jump. Now let's collect this coin, and as you can see, it's working perfectly fine. But now we want to add that amount into our currency text. So to do that, first go to your main HUD UI, and here make sure this currency amount text is set to its variable here so that we can make changes in it. Now we have to call for updating this text in this blueprint, but we don't have any reference to that widget in collective BP. So we are going to write the update currency functionality in my game mode, because game mode is easily accessible in every class, and we also have this reference to main HUD UI in this game mode. So let's just create a custom event here. Name this update currency. Now as we have this main HUD UI reference here, so we can access this currency amount text in my game mode. So get main HUD UI, and through this get currency amount, and then search for the set text. There it is. Now what text we are going to give here? So for that, in your custom event, let's add an input parameter and name this add amount. Make sure it's an integer, so this parameter will have value which we are going to add with the current currency amount. Now to get the current currency amount, duplicate this and get the text. There it is, and this is our current currency amount. So we are simply just getting this text, and now we need to convert it to integer so that we can do addition, but we can't convert it directly. We have to convert it to string first, and then we will be able to convert it to string. So now we are going to add it with this add amount parameter. And this is going to be our updated currency amount. So just plug this into the set text. So this is how we're gonna update the currency, and now we need to call this custom event in this collective BP when we overlap with the coin, right after this. So since this exists in the game mode, here I can just get the game mode and then cast to my game mode. And through the cast, I can call this update currency event. And here let's set the add amount to 10. So I'll get 10 amount every time I collect a coin. So now let's play and test this. Let's jump, then collect the coin. As you can see, 10 amount has been added to our currency. Now let's collect another coin, and 10 more coin has been added to the currency. Let's collect one more time. Oh, okay, I fell off. But you can see the currency system is working. So that is it for this part of our game tutorial series, and in the next part we are going to design the second level and make some movable platform for the game. So if you like this video, you can support me on Patreon, where you can access this game project file and all the assets I've used for this game. The link is in the description, and you can also join our Discord server where you can interact with other developers of this community. And if this video helped you out, and make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I want to thank Patreon members of this month. Thank you so much for your support, it means a lot. Till then, see you, bye bye.